Ever questioned why sudden changes in your body occur? Could it be a signal of a lurking brain tumor? Brain tumors, an often unseen threat, stealthily invade our bodies, causing a myriad of symptoms that we may overlook or attribute to less serious conditions. According to the American Brain Tumor Association, around 86,000 new cases of primary brain tumors are expected to be diagnosed every year. This emphasizes the prevalence and importance of early detection. Our bodies communicate with us in various ways. Sometimes these communications are subtle warnings of an underlying problem. And, when it comes to brain tumors, these signs could be as common as headaches or as complex as personality changes. What is a brain tumor? A brain tumor is a growth of abnormal cells in the brain. The anatomy of the brain is very complex, with different parts responsible for different nervous system functions. Brain tumors can develop in any part of the brain or skull, including its protective lining, the underside of the brain, skull base, the brainstem, the sinuses, and the nasal cavity, and many other areas. Our purpose today is to shed light on these warning signs, specifically the 10 symptoms you must not ignore. Early detection can significantly improve treatment outcomes and quality of life. Stay with us as we delve into the first symptom to watch out for. Disclaimer: the information shared in this video is for education purpose only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice. 1. Nausea and vomiting. Not the usual kind after a wild night out, but the unexplained, persistent type. Now, we're not talking about the occasional upset stomach here. This is about a relentless wave of nausea, the kind that doesn't seem to have a clear cause, and it just won't go away. This could be an early sign of a brain tumor. But why does this happen? Well, a tumor in the brain can put pressure on certain areas, disrupting the normal functioning and causing these symptoms. It's like having an unwelcome guest wreaking havoc in your brain. What's more, this pressure can affect the area of the brain responsible for controlling vomiting, leading to a constant feeling of queasiness and repeated bouts of being sick. It's important to remember, though, that these symptoms alone don't necessarily mean you have a brain tumor. They can be caused by numerous other conditions too, such as the flu, stomach ailments, migraines, pregnancy, or food poisoning. So, if you're feeling sick to your stomach without any valid reason, maybe it's time to have it checked. 2. Vision problems. Not the kind you fix with a pair of glasses, but sudden, unexplained changes. Sometimes, these changes can be as subtle as a slight blur in your sight, or as dramatic as double vision. It might even be a loss of peripheral vision, like a dark curtain has been partially drawn across your field of view. You see, a brain tumor can press on the nerves that lead to your eyes, disrupting the signals sent from your brain to your peepers. This can result in a host of vision issues that can not only affect your ability to carry out daily activities, but can also indicate a more serious underlying condition. It's easy to dismiss these symptoms as just tired eyes or the result of staring too long at a screen. But remember, our eyes are the windows to our health. So if you're experiencing any unusual vision problems, don't just brush them off. 3. Headaches. We've all had them. But when should you start worrying? Now, headaches are a common ailment. We get them from stress, lack of sleep, or even after having one too many at the local pub. But there's a type of headache that's a bit more sinister, one that could possibly indicate a brain tumor. Imagine a headache that's like a ghost. It haunts you persistently, getting worse over time, and it's especially active at night or early in the morning when it rudely wakes you from your sleep. Unlike the usual headaches that we can attribute to definite causes, these headaches are unexplained. They don't have an obvious trigger. They are relentless, like a ringing alarm clock that you can't switch off. These headaches are like an unwanted guest, overstaying their welcome. They're not the kind that a simple aspirin can chase away. So if you're experiencing this kind of headache, it's time to seek medical advice. Remember, not all headaches are created equal. If it's persistent and unexplained, it's time to seek medical advice. 4. Seizures, a symptom that's hard to ignore. But did you know it could be a sign of a brain tumor? Now, seizures are a common symptom of brain tumors, affecting up to 80% of people with a brain tumor. We're talking about full-blown seizures, the kind that make your body convulse, your muscles contract and relax rapidly and repeatedly. These seizures, they don't discriminate. They can happen to anybody at any time. But when they occur in someone who's never had a seizure before, that's when the alarm bells should start ringing. You see, seizures can be triggered by a variety of conditions, but one of the most serious culprits is a brain tumor. A tumor can disrupt the normal electrical activity in the brain, causing these uncontrolled movements. Now, if you or someone else experiences a sudden onset seizure, don't just chalk it up to stress or exhaustion. It's important to seek immediate medical attention. Because remember, seizures are not just a symptom to brush off, they require immediate medical attention. 5. Changes in behavior or personality. Ever noticed a sudden, unexplained change in your behavior or the behavior of someone close to you? Not your everyday question, but it's one worth pondering. Personality changes can be a direct symptom of a brain tumor, and it's not something to be taken lightly. Imagine you're a calm, collected person, and suddenly you find yourself snapping at the smallest inconvenience. Or maybe that you've always been outgoing, but now you're retreating into a shell. These abrupt shifts in behavior, emotions, and thinking could be a sign of a brain tumor. You see, when a tumor develops in the brain, it can press against certain areas that control our emotions and behaviors. This pressure can lead to noticeable changes in personality. It could manifest as increased aggression, apathy, anxiety, or even a shift in personal preferences. So keep an eye out for these sudden and unexplained switches in behavior. Remember, drastic and unexplained personality changes shouldn't be ignored. So 6, balance problem. This is a tricky one, as it can often be mistaken for clumsiness or a lack of coordination. However, if you find yourself struggling to maintain your balance more frequently than usual, or if you're experiencing dizzy spells, it might be more than just a bad day. 7, weakness or paralysis. This often affecting one side of the body. This can manifest as a sudden loss of strength, difficulty lifting objects, or even an inability to move a limb. It's as if your body suddenly decides it's not going to cooperate with you, and it can be quite alarming. 8, memory loss. Memory loss is another symptom that's easy to dismiss. After all, who hasn't walked into a room and forgotten why they're there? But when it becomes a recurring issue, or when you start forgetting important information, it's time to take notice. 9, hearing loss. Hearing loss, particularly if it's one-sided, is another sign. It may start as a slight muffling of sounds, gradually worsening until you can't hear anything at all. 10, mood swings. Mood swings are also common. You may find yourself feeling unusually emotional, or your mood might swing from one extreme to the other with no apparent trigger. This isn't just about feeling a bit weepy or irritable. It's a sudden, inexplicable change in your emotional state. This could be struggling to find the right words, forgetting the names of everyday objects, or having trouble processing information. It might feel like you're wading through a fog, unable to clear your mind, no matter how hard you try. These are all symptoms that you should not ignore. They may be signs of a brain tumor that requires immediate attention. We've covered a lot today. Let's take a moment to recap. We began with the unexpected visitor, symptoms like nausea and vomiting to mood swings. These seemingly unrelated issues could be connected to a larger unseen threat, a brain tumor. These are symptoms you must not ignore. If you or a loved one have been experiencing any of these symptoms, it's crucial to seek medical advice. Remember, early detection is key. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more educative tips. Stay healthy and see you next time. Thanks for watching.